This is the story about miskâsowin, finding a sense of belonging, and kihci-asotamâtowin, the sacred promises of treaty. I would like to share my art piece, which is a reflection of how my roots are connected to the land and treaties. My name is Maria, and I'm originally from Ukraine. I live in Treaty 4 territory, the traditional lands of the Nahiwak, Nakawe, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota peoples, and the homeland of the Métis nations. As a settler from Ukraine, I didn't grow up with treaty teachings, but living here has opened my heart to learning what it means to be in a relationship with this land and Indigenous peoples. I chose to represent miskâsowin and kihci-asotamâtowin with two trees, one for where I come from and one for what I'm learning about being a treaty person and honoring the sacred promises of treaties. On the left side of my art, there is a tree that represents miskâsowin, which means finding a sense of origin, a sense of belonging. My roots are in Ukraine. They carry memories of my family's journey and the culture. Family, resilience, language, migration, hope, freedom, and home hold stories that remind me where I come from. My great-great-grandma survived the Holodomor that targeted people living off the land. My family taught me to be thankful for what the land gives and never take it for granted. The wheat in the roots shows that connection to the land. In Cree teachings, that's kihci-asotamâtowin, which means living off the land. Even though my roots are far away from here, some values I carry, like respecting the land, really connect with Indigenous teachings. Being a settler also means recognizing my place here. As Chelsea Wallow says, settlement as a facet of colonialism continues. That quote reminds me that being here is not enough. I have responsibilities now, and living the spirit and intent of treaties is a part of that. But being here now, I'm not just bringing who I was, I'm also learning who I'm becoming. The right tree in my art is about kihci-asotamâtowin, the sacred promises of treaties. Treaties are not just history documents, they're living spiritual agreements made with the Creator. As Harold Cardinal said, the treaties can only be broken through the will of the Creator. The colors in the trees tell the story of the growth. Green is for learning from the land. This connects to wetaskiwin, living together on the land in a good way. Red and pink represent relationships, like friendships, community, and trust. This ties to miskâsowin, which is about helping and supporting one another. Blue is water, the flow of life, and the continuous nature of treaties. As long as the grass grows, the sun rises from the east and sets in the west, and the river flows, these treaties will last. Yellow represents the sun, the symbol of light and guidance, especially from elders. Black shows the hard truth, the realities of colonization. It reminds me of the importance of treaties, which means being honest even when it's uncomfortable. Underneath both trees there are roots that are tangled together. It shows interconnectedness. Even if we come from different places, we share this space now. We share responsibility. The trees are different, but they grow together. They share the soil, water, and sunlight, just like we share this land. Interconnectedness means I'm not just living on this land. I'm learning how to live with it, with care, respect, and responsibility. As a future teacher, I want my students to know their roots and learn from Indigenous teachings. During my pre-internship, I got a chance to be a part of a Buffalo Hike project. It was such a unique experience because it's not something we just talked about, but something we got to do. It really showed me how learning can be hands-on, meaningful, and also connected to the land and treaties.